Your relationship needs to be a relationship, not you managing their lives. Hi, my name's Devin. Today I own several multi-million-dollar companies. We started with $5,000 in a credit card. I don't know the easy way. I only know the hard way. Hey everyone, welcome to the Whiteboard Entrepreneur podcast, where I give straightforward advice to fuel the entrepreneur in all of us. Today I want to talk to you about being a manager, a husband, a father, a coach, any role that you have in your life, in the transitioning in between. And you can probably relate to this when I tell you this story, because something like this has probably happened to you in your life at some point. When I was very consumed in the beginning with my business, and I was like heads down, and I was so focused and just working really long, crazy hours, loved my family, and felt like I gave them good attention, felt like I was still being a good husband, felt like I was still being a good father, but was really just kind of focused on business. Didn't have really any hobbies at the time. It was like either my work or my family, and that was about it. And I felt like, when I came home, I was being a good husband. I felt like when I came home, I was being a good father. And I think my intention was there. And I don't think I ever lost that intention. But at one point, my wife pointed out something to me, that I was managing her. And she's like, hey, listen, when you're at work and whatever you're doing at work, you can manage people at work. But when you come home, you're not going to manage me. You're going to be my husband. And I was like, she doesn't know what she's talking about. And, she pulled and then she proceeded to pull up this email, and show me that I had sent her an email. I didn't say, hey babe, hope you're having a great day. Here's, what I need, blah, blah, blah. I hope everything's good, blah, blah, blah. I actually just said Cindy, or actually I didn't even say Cindy. I think I put C. I put C. And then I gave her a list of 7 things. 1, da-da-da. 2, da-da-da. 3, da-da-da. And she's like, you send me a numbered email? I was like, well, yeah, but did you look like number 7 said I love you? Anyways, I guess that didn't fly. And then I realized in my life that I was managing my wife. So I would, I'd work real hard, and I'd come home at night, and on the weekend I'd be like, hey, did we do this? What do we got to do? Da, da, da. And on the weekend I was just kind of managing my wife. Then I go back to work and I manage at home. Then I come home and manage my kids. And she, thank God, shrewdly and gracefully pointed out to me that she didn't need managed. She needed a husband. And the kids would be managed. And she brought up these points, and they still make fun of me to this day, because we would go on vacation, and I'd send them a text in the morning that was 7:10, get up, we do our workout. 7:45, we eat breakfast. 8:18, da da da. And I'd send them these itineraries and this whole to-do list. And I thought, man, what a great father I am. And they're like, we don't want to be managed. We want to be on vacation. Just be our dad. And I was like, here I am thinking I'm being a great father because I'm telling them what to do. And I'm like, wait a second. No, that's what being a great manager is. Being a great father and a great husband is having relationship. It's not managing. And so, we have different roles in our life. We all have these different roles. And I'm going to even apply this to our friendships, because there were several years of my life that all of my friends, I would just try to manage them. We'd go out, we'd have a drink, hang out together, and we'd have these great conversations, and I'd be there telling them what they need to do, instead of really just being a friend. Now, there's times, right, as a good friend that you point things out in their life, that you help them. And there's times as a father that we need to do that. But your relationship needs to be a relationship, not you managing their lives. And what I realized was all of my friends eventually were basically just mini employees. So I wasn't even having a real relationship with them. I wasn't even getting what I needed out of it. I wasn't having a full relationship relationship with my wife, with my kids, because I was just managing them like I manage other people in my life. And it's not healthy for me, and it certainly wasn't healthy for them. I mean, imagine that you do this your entire life. When your child turns 18, like, they are going to be like, the only thing that they're going to think is that this is the guy or woman that controlled my life for the last 18 years. Like, we didn't have a relationship. They just controlled me. Your wife is going to look at you as like, oh yeah, my husband's the guy who tells me what to do. And like, I didn't want that. I was like, this is not who I want. And I want my friends to, like, when I'm around them, to be able to engage and be themselves, and not me be the person that's trying to solve their problems or run their life. Like I said, I want to be a good friend. I want to be what they need, but like, that's not healthy for me. It's not healthy for them. It's not fulfilling. And we get to manage at work, right? We get to help people at work. And sometimes we do need to bring those skills home in our personal life. But don't sacrifice your relationship. Don't sacrifice the gift of being a husband. Don't sacrifice the gift of being a father. Don't sacrifice the gift of having real friends and real relationships by managing them and being a manager at home and then managing this, because those relationships are a gift and they are not your job to manage. I'm Devin, and this is a Whiteboard Entrepreneur. And I know if you apply this to your life the way that I've applied it to mine, it's going to help you today.